Today, I'm watching and breaking down the cinematic language of character trailer Flins Nocturne Sentinel from Genshin Impact. I'm really excited for this one. Make sure to check out my entire Genshin Impact playlist. Alright, Genshin lore masters, let's do it. They're using really cool shutter speed variations here. Oh, and the hand-drawn animation. Fantastic opening. Man, this is why Genshin's crazy. Like, in 10 seconds, they will just pack it full of incredible, like, rich information. I mean, literally from the first frame. So if you look at this, they're actually playing with shutter speed here in a really cool way. So this video is probably actually 60 frames per second, as opposed to film, which is 23.98. You're used to seeing really smooth frame rate in the Genshin game, right? What they've done is they've applied this very Wong Kar-wai, very Hong Kong look to this, who's one of my favorite directors. You can see there's a little bit of blur because the shutter speed has been lowered. So there's less images. And you get this really, really cool blur effect. So it looks kind of like a memory. It looks kind of like you're disoriented. And what does this do? Well, it places us in the midst of a battle. And you can hear this sort of echoing gunfire and stuff. It's really kind of brings up, it evokes a kind of like World War I, World War II feel. And look at how we're going to transition from that in-engine stuff to this like brush stroke. This is 6 seconds in, and there's this much kind of variation in the image. But look at that. If we go frame by frame, it's kind of like brush stroke, as if you know the light is just blinding and is pushing past the people. And you see this lantern, and then we transition to a third art style. So in 7 seconds, 3 different visual styles. And this kind of exhale, is it an exhale of disgust? Is it an exhale of relief? We see this lantern. This guy seems like he's wearing a sort of like gravekeeper, sort of old, like sort of highwayman cloak from kind of like, Renaissance era. Is he collecting the souls as they die? Is he kind of representing death on the battlefield as these people expire? 9 seconds in. And we're able to talk about all this crazy stuff. This is why Genshin's killing it right now, right? So let's check it out. What an intro. And what a contrast with this playful music. I really like the image of the lighthouse mimicking that lamp, because what is a lighthouse? It is a guiding lamp for ships in the night to find their way to the harbor. In this case, I think it's going to be the souls of the dead. I'm just guessing. Could be completely wrong here, but that's what it seems to be happening. The people who died in the war, he's guiding them to the afterlife maybe, but amazing synergy of image here. And there he is, yeah. Or maybe he's going to fight these guys.
That wander these frozen wilds.
Here you go.
Shall at last be set free by the light of the blue flame.
Wow. Yeah, I think he's actually going to...
Cowards. You court death.
Cowards?
To ashes and dust.
Look at the visual styles blending together now. All 3 styles that we established are now interweaving. And now we have this new music. It's ruthless. It's got a powerful tempo, a powerful modern beat. As he collects their souls, calls them cowardly. Wow.
Those warriors called me here for a singular purpose.
Art styles, yeah. Let's take a break and look at some of this. That's incredible. You know, I'm really happy with this for one key reason. It's a cool video. There's a lot of awesome stuff happening here, but I think one of the big changes I'm seeing with Genshin is that we're getting new art styles. We're getting new visual styles. Not to say the style that is in the game is lesser or is not good. But it's really cool to see this variation. I mean, this is a lot of work, guys.
Death.
And look at this sort of frustration and sort of like resistance that they're putting up to death, to the idea, and like this kind of like gnashing and clawing against their fate. And I think he really does represent, as a character, the afterlife or their sort of doom.
To ashes.
And like what an awesome image, man. I want to talk about this transition here. When he says to ashes, the lamp is just so much working in tandem. I mean, musically,
to ashes,
visually,
and dust.
And he says, and to dust. And we have this just disintegration of the image in this painterly brushstroke style. I mean, look at this. And the use of color, man, this beautiful, beautiful color harmonies of the blue magenta just clashing against each other, as is the war of life and death. I mean, this is a lot of work. That's what I'm saying. This isn't just a quick, in-engine, we've done it 1,000 times, we'll do it again. No. This is very, very different, and this takes a lot of effort to do all the poses and everything. I want to see this transition frame by frame because it's just glorious. So look at when he kind of activates this, and look how the color changes. Right? It's such a cool thing because what do we associate these kind of warmer colors with, and especially with the flame on screen? Well, I think, campfire. I think like humanity gathering around a campfire, that warmth, that security, that community. And then look at this. He activates it and it's just bereft of any warmth, right? Isn't that such a cool transition? So like they're clinging to life, that warmth, that red color. He activates his lantern and the life is sucked out of the image and he starts collecting their souls, literally, right? Like what an interesting visual aspect. That's what I like. It's not just like cool visuals, really flashy stuff. Like they're going a little bit deeper with the symbolism here, as far as utilizing color in the shot selection. And there it is, right? It seems to kind of keep to that theme. This is them again, like kind of resisting, screaming in fury against their death, against their fate. He's calling them cowards. Super interesting, right? He's calling them cowards even though they're fighting so viciously. What a cool twist.
Warriors called me here for a singular purpose.
And as is tradition with these videos, I want to hear everybody's favorite shot. So, it may still be coming. I'm going to tell you mine at the end.
Eradicate let's see. The wild hunt.
Oh, that was great. Let me hear. I'm sorry, what he said.
To eradicate the wild hunt.
The wild hunt. Sounds like The Witcher. Wow. And there it is. Look at the perfect blend here. You see that perfect blend? We have now a gradient of the warm color to the cold across the screen. Really, really cool. And now I'm going to let the video finish and let's see how this wraps up, then we'll analyze. Man, this is very hard to animate. That's a lot of work.
Corrupted soul.
Yeah.
You linger in vain.
I see. Corrupted soul. So it's kind of like they're in this purgatorial space, afraid of the future. Look at that. It's just so cool. Oh.
This fog.
Oh, get out of there. That's the wrong place. It's not her time.
Close. I almost fell.
Whoa.
Did somebody help me?
Oh, that's fun. So he might have got her out of there. So I really like this because do you remember if you guys saw my reaction to this new area when we first saw Flins, like the first glimpse of him? I was so interested in this character. I think he's such a fascinating person because he had that kind of lantern in the graveyard. It's like, who is this guy? He seems kind of powerful too. And he also just like dismissed this really powerful entity and said like, be gone. I was like, that's such a cool idea. It's such a cool concept. So I really am curious, like, close this window, man. It's blinding me. I really am interested in like what his characterization is going to be. And yeah, it matched that exactly. It was a really, really cool sort of match of that energy that he showed. But I really like this. The ending right here. This part really stood out to me, man. Look at this. Look at this animation. That's a lot of work. He's literally just like kind of capturing their souls. And I like that they give just enough context there.
Corrupted soul. You linger in vain.
Yeah, that's all I need to hear. And this is actually, I think, maybe my favorite shot. It's probably the early one, but look at this.
Vain.
Look at this. The kind of two faces merging into one mirror image. That's a lot of fun, man. That's a lot of fun. And it says again that like, and look, there it is. This kind of on the left side, we have this flame, this blue flame, and on the right, human shape. It's like his power kind of exceeds his body, you know, and what his sort of mortal shape is, which is such a cool idea. And the chains here. I also really like that image. It's very brief, but look at this. Yeah, this is such a cool idea. The lantern guiding the lighthouse. And then this image. I'm going to have to ask the lore masters, what's the significance of this painting? Do we know? Because I think that's really cool. That's a really fun idea. Like almost a memorial of what happened here. And now they're all asleep. He says, shh, sleep well. So it's interesting. Like he's doing good work, just in a really sinister way. And then he just teleports out of there. But yeah, this is a reference to the reveal, I think. There was these like red hands reaching out to him and he said, be gone. So I think this is actually... I think it's actually him helping her, believe it or not, although it could also be him trying to devour her soul, but I don't think he would do that to a living person, at least not knowingly. But all right, I want to hear everybody's favorite shot now that we've seen them all. I think I might have to choose this one. It was just really, really shocking visually, and I mean shocking in a good way.
To ashes and dust.
Yeah, just that transition. And the music drop, like just, you know, if I had to choose, if we can call this one shot with the art style blending, maybe I'd call it one sequence. I mean, look at this.
And dust.
So cool. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, it is technically one shot. Just kind of the flame obscures the frame for a second, and then we go into it. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. I really like the imagery of his eyes too, kind of holding the flame and stuff. It's fantastic. So yeah, I absolutely liked it. It was awesome. Make sure to check out my full Genshin playlist. By the way, I've covered most character trailers and big reveals and stuff like that and cutscenes. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more too in the next videos. Of course, recommend me what I've missed. I've been traveling a lot. I got some big news coming soon. So stay tuned for that. And thank you. Thanks for spending time with me. That's my favorite shot. Let me know what yours is. I'll see you next time.